Trouble understanding visual images and spatial relationships. Now this one, I have a hard time agreeing with the Alzheimer's Association on this one, especially in the early stages. In the later stages of the disease, I definitely agree with it, because what they're referring to here is someone with Alzheimer's may look in the mirror and think it's someone else in the mirror. They may look in the mirror and not recognize themselves at all. There's spatial things. Dark floors sometimes are very confusing to a person who's suffering from Alzheimer's disease. A lot of times, if they're in the early stages of the disease and they're having difficulty with vision and not being able to judge distance, you know, they may be putting their cup here because they think it looks like the table. So, but if they're having problems with their vision in the early stages of the disease, they may have cataracts. They may have the beginning of cataract, or they may have some glaucoma, or maybe they just need to have their glasses updated and new lenses put in. So I would encourage all of you, if you know someone who's having some of those problems, let's get them to an eye doctor and find out what's going on, because that's something that we can fix. What's typical? Vision changes due to cataracts. Like I said, old glasses, vision, old glasses, cataracts, glaucoma. There's a lot of things that can be associated with visual problems. They may have new problems with words in speaking and in writing. Now this is one where I would have to say, how many of you, and I love new words, I really do love new words. That's why I love to be around little kids when they're learning to talk, because they call things the neatest things. How many of you have ever said thingamabob? All right, nobody's held. Okay, thank you, sir. One person held up their hand. I think
the rest of them are not telling the truth.
They're just not telling the truth. Okay, some denial going on there, right? See, I think thingamabob is a replacement word for thingamajig. I think that there's a lot. We all forget words sometimes. I can be having a conversation with someone and I can just, oh, what is that? I know what it is, I can see it, but I just can't think of what to call it. We all go through that. And this is also a very good example that they give of this with people in the early stages of Alzheimer's is they may, and a doctor will ask them this in a doctor's visit. A doctor will ask, what is this? And a person who's having early signs of Alzheimer's may not know that this is a wristwatch. What they may call it is an arm clock. Okay, it's on my arm. It's a clock. So then, a toothbrush may become a teeth cleaner or a teeth scrubber. It's not what we would normally call it. So that's pretty common. When they forget words or substitute words, I still like thingamajig and thingamabob and gizmo, and the thing of it is I think we all, in our families, when we're in conversations with our spouses or children, well, give me that thingamabob over there. And they know exactly what it is we're talking about, and they give it to us. So, thingamajig and thingamabob are, those are pretty universal words. They apply to a lot of things. So what's typical? Sometimes having trouble finding the right word. Again, like I said, I think we all experience finding the right word sometimes. And it's maddening. I hate it when I'm doing a presentation and I'm explaining something and it's just not there. And I'll tell you right up front, it's gone. Don't know what it is. Help me out here. So my presentation's not over yet, so that still may happen.